What's going on, people? So I picked up some of these X-Men 97 cards. I think these arrived last week or something because I saw the original release date was the 26th and they arrived the 27th. But real quick, I do have some of these that I picked up last year from San Diego Comic-Con. Picked up 4 packs all in all. I don't really remember what these look like, but since this is mildly relevant, I'll just go through these real quick too. So it was one of those things where if you bought a packet, you got the whole set, and each packet included like one special card, something like that. I don't know what the ratios or anything like that were. I never do because I'm really just a casual collector sort of dude. I just see some stuff that I like, and if I can get it, then I get it, and if I can't, then I just kind of move on. But yeah, so this is what was going on in here, right? I'll probably slip some pictures in there from the other ones or whatever, let you know what all was going on with the other cards. But either way, so they put out some new X-Men 97 cards, and I figured let's go ahead and see what's going on with these. What is this? This is 12 packs per box, 5 cards per pack. All right, so it's cool, 60. So yeah, I don't know anything about these. Like I just said a second ago, I am kind of just like a casual buyer when it comes to these things, so I don't do any of the research. I just know that I like collecting these Marvel cards, and so that's kind of the end of it, right? I don't really buy to sell anything. I'm not trying to make any money. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to try to collect this whole set yet. That I'll figure out as I get into these and see what all's in here and see what these things even look like. Because, got some questions myself. But let's go ahead and get on into it. Start with pack number 1, box number 1. Okay, so that's what they're looking like. And I'll have to go through these later and see like if there's anything special about these and all that stuff, because I honestly don't know, like I was just saying. But I do like a lot of the stuff they've been doing. These kind of remind me of, I don't know, maybe it was the flares of something recent that had like the silver borders and stuff. But yeah, so we'll see. Go ahead and get on into these, see what they all look like and all that good stuff. See if I've already ordered some more, but we'll see how far I want to go into this, because I went pretty deep into the Marvel Masterpiece 92s and the XLs. So we'll see. This one looks kind of like it might be different. I don't know. I don't know what that all says on the back there. But yeah, so this is going to be kind of just my day here. I mean, before, going to work and stuff. I just finished editing a video about some Brooks running shoes. Was it some winterized or weatherized ones and some Gore-Tex things? Did that. Bought a ticket to see Offspring later this year. Spent all kinds of money on that. Hey, check that out. Signed by a Sentinel himself or whatever. So that's kind of interesting. Actually, no, that's Master Mold. Okay, there's that. Let's see. So flip that around for you real quick. Yeah, I bought some tickets. Well, a ticket to go see Offspring later this year. Looking forward to that. I think it's going to be with Jimmy Eat World, and there's some other band that I like as well. I just can't remember who the other one was. But I did the VIP thing, right? Because, you get like a closer seat. I thought about doing the pit thing, but I like to be able to sit when like the music stuff isn't actually happening. So I did the VIP thing, got a nice seat like right behind the pit pretty much. So I'll be able to sit there, stand there, whatever. Sit between bands, usually stand when the main stuff is actually happening. Check that whole thing out. And it's like, the ticket itself was like $275. There's like $70 for parking. And then like an extra $1 million because it's Ticketmaster, and they just hit you with all these fees that are just garbage. But at the end of the day, it's like, I could not do this and just sit at home and be bored, but I don't want to do that. That's a nice little look to that. So that's gonna be what I'm doing in a couple months or whatever. So now I just gotta remember that it's happening. That's the trick to it, not plan anything else around then. I think it's during the week, so it shouldn't have any like runs or anything. But anyway, so far these cars here, they're not like blowing me away or anything like that. They're fine. I do like, the X-Men 97 show has been pretty solid. I'm wondering when they're going to release season 2. What is this thing? Oh, that's just, okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering when they're going to release season 2, because, I feel like it was like a while ago. It may not have been. I don't know. My concept of time is not always very good. But I feel like it's been a bit since season 1 happened. And I don't even know how long it took to make that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's just taking them that much longer to make season 2 if they want to like be sure that's just as good. I don't know. But hopefully that happens and lives up to it, because the thing that sucks sometimes is when you are looking forward to something and then it finally happens and it's not good. That not always great. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. Like I started watching the final season of House of Cards the other day, right? Because I don't remember what happened, but I was into the show, you know, finished season 5, and then season 6 came out, and I was like, okay, I'll get to that later. And then I just kind of kept forgetting about it, you know? And so I went to go watch it recently, like last week started that and stuff. I think I saw one like this earlier. It's kind of cool. I do like that. But yeah, I started watching it last week, you know, just go turn it on, and they're like, oh no, can't believe Frank's dead. And I'm like, wait, what? Then I remember that Kevin Spacey had a whole bunch of legal whatever going on and stuff, and I was like, oh great, this was one of those times when like everybody was like, you know, getting thrown in jail or something, or whatever was happening. I don't really remember the details. I just know that a lot of stuff went down and a lot of people did not walk away from it so cleanly, and he was kind of one of them. I think everything was worked out later, but at least in the moment, yeah. So I'm watching the show and I'm like, well, he's kind of like the main guy on here. Like, I mean, I'm sure they still have the good writers and stuff to make a good story, but something about his character is just, you know, what made this show. But as I'm watching it now, I'm only on like season or episode like 4, I think it is, or something. And they got the whole storyline going where he's still involved in a sense, and like, you know, kind of like a question like, well, what happened to him? Like, blah, 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 you know, what? And then all the little other things that get tied in, you know, the normal political things. And, you know, his reputation is kind of playing a role in some of that and stuff. So it's like he's still partially in the show, but he's just physically not there. So I don't know. That's an odd choice, like Cloak. I don't know. I don't think was he in the show? Maybe he was, and I just don't remember. Again, it's been a while ago since I watched X-Men '97. Because I watched the season, and when it was over, that was the end of it. I just was like, okay, well, guess we'll just move on. You know, see what's the next thing that's gonna keep me entertained. And at this point, I think the next thing that's gonna keep me entertained might just be Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4. I saw the pre-orders go up for that last night, so now I'm $70 poorer. So that's the end of box number 1. On to box number 2. But yeah, so I saw that go out for pre-order last night. I bought the deluxe one on the PlayStation Store because, you know, I'm a PlayStation guy. That's just kind of how I am. I was cool with the 360. It had a very good online thing going on. And I did have the old original black Xbox One, you know, like from like 2000. Gosh, that was like 20 years ago. But yeah, otherwise though, I've mostly just been a PlayStation guy. All right, let's do box number 2. See what's going on here. But yeah, so I was looking at that, the whole Tony Hawk thing. And I remember a while ago, Tony Hawk himself had said that it was basically like not looking very good for there being another, like the 3+4, which was the original plan, do 1 and 2, then later do 3 and 4. But for whatever reason, he said that things were not looking good, you know? But I don't follow all that stuff. That was like forever ago. And then a friend of mine just happened to say yesterday, like, hey, check this out. And even before he said it, all the previews and stuff were all on my YouTube feed, which I don't look up a lot of video game stuff. Actually, I don't look up any video game stuff. But I occasionally will watch a lot of videos that would have been in like the Tony Hawk type era, you know? A lot of Less Than Jake and Bad Religion type stuff, you know? A little bit of Aiden here and there. Some Cute Is What We Aim For once in a while. You know, that's kind of the stuff that I listen to or whatever. So I guess maybe since it's kind of related, it's like, oh, well, you like some of this skater type stuff, whatever. Let's go ahead and throw this at you and see if you care. And boy, did I care. $70 worth to be exact, if you want to put a dollar amount to it. So I'm looking forward to that, right? Otherwise, let's see, as far as card things coming up go, like, I don't know if there's any, I don't know if there's really much of anything coming up for these. I mean, I saw something about like some Marvel masterpieces, but they were like crazy expensive, and the set is already out. It's just like $500 a box, and I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I I just don't see that happening. I mean, sure, like if I was to do the math, like I've spent a good bit on things, so it's like I could have just bought fewer of something else and then instead bought that. But I'm not. I'd rather get multiple boxes and spend 500 than get one box and spend that amount. So that's kind of how that whole thing played out. I got a special looking Wolverine card here. I don't know what this is all about, but there's that. So hey, and I do like Spiral a lot. I missed my chance to get this. Well, I won't say completely missed my chance, but there was a Spiral Iron Studios statue that I wanted, and it was on sale on Big Bad Toy Store, and I kept just not buying it because you know how you see stuff on sale and you think, okay, good, it's on sale. I'll pick it up later. Nobody else wants it, only me. No problem. And then all of a sudden it's gone. Tommy, huh? It's an interesting name for her. I recognize this person. I just can't think of anything about them. And this Masters thing, right? Another previously on the X-Men card. One of these Uncanny Gambits and Callisto. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of a coworker I used to have, actually. Never really put that together until now, but because, you know, I mean, I don't really think about Callisto very often, but as I see her here in this picture, it is a thing that comes to mind. So there's that. Another one of these previously on the X-Men cards. Well, I was about to say Wolverine. That's Magneto. The Blob here. Let's see. I'm not familiar with this character. And so there's that. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I'm just about done with my Marvel Masterpiece endeavor, right? I bought my last two hobby boxes for the XLs and my last two hobby boxes for the 92s. I'm going to see how that goes. Hey, I just bought the Mondo version of this Wolverine figure, and it comes with like the glowing claws, so you can recreate this if you work some sort of sorcery and can make them actually stand in that position. But anyway, so I bought the last 4 hobby boxes that I will likely ever buy for those sets because at this point I'm kind of just ready to complete it. And it'll be just easier financially and just logistically to just buy the individuals. But I'm going to get those 2 unboxings knocked out later this week. I think the XLs are on the way and the 92s have already arrived. That looks different. This one, oh, it says that's, cause the other ones didn't have this like cracked thing going on, I don't think, right? I feel like they didn't. When I'm doing these, I'm not always really paying a whole lot of attention. I'm just kind of going through the cards, just looking at them, talking about stuff or whatever. But yeah, so I got the last couple boxes of those. 2 of them are here, 2 of them are on the way. And then after that, I'll see where things stand, order the last couple individuals from eBay, see if I can get some decent deals on there. And then that will be the end of that, right? I do remember Daredevil making a brief appearance in there. So that's something I'm kind of looking forward to because I've been buying those cards for a while, and I do just kind of want to have this set and just be done with it so that I can, you know, stop giving money to this thing and move on to whatever's next. But also in some ways, I hope nothing's next because that would also be kind of cool, you know? Let's see, what is that? Greatest hits, all right. Oh, for a second, I thought that was a Dazzler card. I saw the D out of the corner of my eye and it looked kind of like her. And then it wasn't, and I kind of felt let down, to be completely honest. Not that I have anything against Dagger, it's just that I like Dazzler, right? Maybe you remember I bought that big $800 statue, which I actually haven't posted that video yet, so I take that back. You may not know that I did that. Anyways, so finishing up on the last one here, the Executioner thing, and finish off with Cyclops. So there we go. Personal opinion right off the top. These cards are fine, you know. They don't really like draw my attention like some of the other things did. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go through these in a little bit here, see what was special about any of them and all that stuff. Do a little bit of a recap thing because that's a thing that I often do. So that way if you don't want to watch the full video, you can always just skip to the end. from me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, wherever you are. Like I said, got some other stuff coming around soon-ish if you're into card things, so just pay attention and you'll see it whenever I post it. So there you go. Later, people. Okay, so here's this, right? Go through these special sort of limited type things or whatever. Starting with this right here. This was the signature card, you know. And I'm not sure what's going on with these here uncanny things, but I didn't see a whole lot of them, so there must be something to it. They do look pretty cool. I'm a fan of it. So you got that going on. And then these right here, these first ones, I think this was uncommon, I think is what that said. Yeah, down there on the side here. Well, turn it that way, uncommon, right? So the standard from like the Rise set, whatever set that was or whatever, just has some stars, not stars, like the X-Men things in the background, right? So this one, it's a Masters one, but same thing, also just uncommon. So it's got like the silver sort of color. But this one here, I think it said rare maybe? Again, upside down, yeah, rare. So the gold ones are the rare ones. So got 2 of those here. And then moving on from that, there was this guy here and Sauron. Both of these are refraction, something. Refractor. I was not too close, but whatever. I'm sure some people out there are like, how do you not know this? It's like, well, sometimes you just don't know stuff. It happens. Anyway, so there's that, right? I do like that Sauron card because I'm a big Sauron fan. And these right here, I don't think there's anything really said on the back as far as like what makes them anything special, but you know, I didn't get a lot of them, so there's that, right? Wolverine here, Rogue, right? And then Jubilee. And then past that, these ones I didn't notice before, but they are numbered. So that's 87 of 97 for this here Daredevil. I don't think it... And it says uncommon, so there's that, you know. And same with this guy here, 23 out of 97 for Bishop. And Professor X was 165 of 199. And this was one of those ones that had like the cracked border sort of thing going on. I'm not sure what's happening with that. But this says it's common, but it didn't seem very common to me. And I mean, it has a number on it, so there's also that. And then you have this Bastion at, what's that, 24 of 199, I guess? Yeah, I can't really see that because of the way that's written, but it's 190 something. And then, for those of you who are wondering about the other X-Men 97 cards I had, the Rogue and this Gambit are basically like the same sort of special whatever. And then the Beast one, same style, I guess, but just with a goldish sort of color to it. So there's everything. All right, now we're done. Later, people.